Good morning, Apollo Baptist Church family. This is Pastor Brian. As we are continuing through our quarantine, I'm starting to look more and more like this guy. What do you think? Anyways, today I'm sharing another name of God with us. This name is Yahweh Mekoddishkem. That's kind of a mouthful, but it means God who sanctifies us. The word sanctify means to set apart. It comes from Leviticus when God says, "Keep my decrees and follow them. I am the Lord who makes you holy." What does that mean, to be holy? Well, as believers, we should be set apart from the world. We should look different. We should act different. And the world should be able to tell a difference between us. And we should also set the example for morality. We don't always do that. Larry Burkett, who was a teacher of Christian financial principles, he was talking about the value of hiring Christian employees. And he received a letter from someone who did just that. And that person wrote in and said, "I have never had a more complaining, griping group of people. They were always mumbling about something. I've now replaced them with refugees. The refugees are so grateful to work. They do everything I ask." That's kind of sad, isn't it? It doesn't sound like a holy people to me. Christians are set apart by God to be the salt of the earth. We are always being watched, and in some ways always ridiculed when we mess up. One day there was a driver instructor or driver's license examiner who had gotten out of the car with a young man who had finished his driving test, and he said, "You know what, he almost had a perfect test except for he made one mistake. When he stopped to let me out of the car, after breathing a sigh of relief, the boy exclaimed, 'I'm sure glad I don't have to drive like that all the time.'" That young man is not different from a lot of Christians, a lot of people who call themselves Christians. That for an hour or two on Sunday, they look and they talk in a manner that leads others to believe that they are believers, genuine disciples of Jesus. But for the other 166 hours of the week, there really is little to distinguish them from the unbelieving world around them. You know, it's almost like people walk out of the doors at church on Sunday and they think, "I'm sure glad I don't have to act like that all the time." The call to be holy is a 24/7 call. It's a call in which the true Christians aspire to do all the days that God gives us. It's not just a one-time event or not just for a couple of hours on Sunday. So let's examine the call to be holy as God gives us through the writings of Peter. Peter was spelling it out to his audience who had come to faith in Christ. Peter says, "As obedient children, do not conform to the evil desires you had when you lived in ignorance. But just as he who called you is holy, so be holy in all that you do. For it is written, 'Be holy as I am holy.'" A.W. Tozer said, "A holy man is not one who cannot sin, but a holy man is one who will not sin." Are you set apart? You are, if you're a believer. Yahweh Mekoddishkem has set you apart. You are holy. And do people know you as a Christian? Can people tell that you're a Christian? We need to live like it because we always have the banner of Christ, and we're always representing Him. As you're driving down the road with your Apollo flag outside of your car saying, "We're praying for the world around us," be sure to watch your speed. Be sure to use your turn signals because we are always representing Him. We want people to look at them and say, "You know what, those Christians, there's something different about them." So let's live like it. I am looking forward to ending this quarantine, but until then, let me just encourage you to keep the faith, and looking forward to meeting all together one of these days. Take care. See you later.